The Centenary restaurant in all its glory, and as we would expect, we can see all the winners in the Roll of Honour. And Neil Phillips, we're going to go through them. You know them all off by heart, don't you, Neil?
I do. I mean, this is going to be the longest piece at the Cheltenham Festival. Well, I talk about every winner, Jess, but it's an absolutely fantastic feature. And I'm going to say, you were saying to me before, I can name these all, you know.
Well, go on. Let's walk and talk with a glass of fizz.
Yeah, we'll do that. But also, I do want to talk about one particular winner. It was Cool Dawn, because every time I see Andrew Thornton here at the course, and I've seen him every day, obviously, he always tells me about when he's been driving into the course each time, looking back to that success on Cool Dawn. He'd phoned John Franken beforehand about the tactics, and John has said, I can't do a John Franken accent actually, but John has said, look, you need to go at the fourth last. That's when you need to get in the lead. And he said, that's what I did. And I always remember what John said every time I come here. And I think that's absolutely fantastic.
And a 10-year-old to win the Gold Cup. Yeah. That was some feat, but this is more of a feat, I think. And wonderful to be here in the Centenary restaurant with the head chef himself. Thank you for inviting us in, because what have you got on display? This is not just about the Centenary Roll of Honour, it's also about how you brought that to life with the food.
Hi Jess, nice to see you. Yeah, this is our Centenary restaurant, so we're themed it around 100 years, or as far as we can. We had to go back through our old recipe books.
You did, didn't you, Lawrie?
In the 80s, and you know, we had to go back through it. It's quite interesting to do that, actually. But to come up with 100 years of food was quite difficult in many ways. But I think we've done very well. We've got chicken cordon bleu, which is popular in the 60s. And then we've got beef Wellington, a resurgence in the 80s, but it's a classic dish anyway. And then we've got some really nice old English style
they look great.
Desserts.
Those look fantastic.
So we've got crumble, we've got banoffee pie. You know, there's a whole range of stuff here. Yeah, the starters is a prawn cocktail and a bisque, which is 70s sort of style. Yeah, so it's great.
I'm going to go for it.
Okay, you go in, Jess, because so Lawrie Jeffries, you know, head chef, you know, and just in terms of, you know, the preparation here, and it's interesting actually within the menus themselves as well. You can actually have a canter through the menu, can't you, in terms of the history of food and what you've actually done there. So all the guests there, so like bringing the prawn and crayfish cocktail, for example.
That's right. Yeah, you can read up on you know, how we've researched it and everything all in the menu.
Yeah, that's
great actually. And we've done it in a style, so it's a bowl food style, so it's not a sit-down three-course meal. It's more of a grazing thing. So you come in, you'll get some lovely pastries and that, which is from our. We've researched a local bakery, St George's Park Bakery. It's in Cheltenham, and he makes cruffins. Have you come across cruffins before?
They look
So
magnificent. Tell us a little bit more. Cruffins and grazing, it's all very animal-based. Yeah.
It's a croissant crossed with a muffin, basically. But to complement that, you've got some of these really nice Portuguese tarts, pasadelnadas. Yeah. So yeah, we serve them warm. So that's your breakfast offer. Then you would have a bisque and a prawn cocktail for a starter, followed by this. And then finally you're going to finish on your sharing desserts.
And this beef is absolutely delicious. How does your team go about making, I can only imagine, thousands of these day on day? Tell us a little bit about that process and how particular you've got to get, because getting the beef that red and that lovely texture is quite something.
Well, it's just experience.
Have some more.
To be honest with you, I've got a fantastic team of chefs across the whole site. And you know, we've been doing this for a very long time, as you well know.
How many Cheltenham festivals have you done now, Lawrie?
This is my 26th festival.
Yeah, there we go. Look at all that. Well, Jess is going in. Great to see. And also, at this point, just in terms of Jess's question as well, scale-wise, you know, you've got there are 4,000 people working in hospitality. You've got 300 chefs on course.
At least, yeah.
At least, yeah, and lots of young chefs too.
We've got lots of students actually. We've got some good apprentices. We got strong links with the college in Cheltenham, which is where I trained anyway. But yeah, we're busy people.
So Cheltenham's always been a special place to you anyway, so you trained here. Has it always been somewhere from afar that you thought, gosh, I'd love to get involved in that? How did it come about for you?
Well, when I was at college in Cheltenham, we came here as work experience. Then I went travelling, and then I came back here in 1999, and that's my first full festival as a chef, and then continued since then.
And you must have seen the festival change. Obviously we've got to this centenary year for the Gold Cup, but the scale on which it's grown and the popularity of it, is that tested you and tested your ability to sort of, you know, widen what you love to do all the time?
Tested, and excited, yeah. I mean, I really do enjoy it. I look forward to this every year, I must admit. You know, I mean, we support Aintree as well, and we support Epsom, some other jockey club race courses throughout the year. But I just love Cheltenham. It's a great.
It's fantastic.
It's a great event.
Oh, it's brilliant, and it's interesting as well. Just the planning side as well, because you have to go through this concept. You've got the 480 restaurant on course as well, which is all about local suppliers too, and it's making the links with all the local suppliers, which is really great as well.
Myself and Warren, who's the executive chef, my boss. We go out on a road trip once a year around the county, because Gloucestershire's a fantastic place for food, and we go and try cheeses and go to the dairies, and we go to the meat producers and all that stuff, and and then we bring that back and put it into our menus.
And tell me, I'm looking at these. This has got me. You must have a favourite. And if I'm going to pick one, I can't have all of them. If I'm going to pick one, which one's the favourite?
For me, it'd be the banoffee. This one here. Yeah.
This one there.
Come on,
oh.
you go. Let's go in there.
I'm going to try and do this very
I've got to say, by the way, the crew...
Am I the only one that's eating?
Yeah, I'm going to eat as well now, I'll tell you. But the crew will be... I tell you what, they'll be straight in after this one, because it's just... The presentation, that's the other thing for me. Look at the presentation here in terms of the brunch experience and the main experience itself.
Well, we've had great feedback on this all week, so... even though it's Centenary, obviously this year, this style we would love to do again.
I think it's great, and actually position-wise as well, because you're south of the parade ring, it near trackside as well, so guests can get out and watch the racing easily here and come back in and just keep grazing, can't they, as well? Jess, I might have to start doing some tasting here. I've got to go for something.
In terms of numbers that you have today, obviously this must be the most popular Gold Cup day. It's the one that people want to get involved with. How many people are you expecting to serve this afternoon?
Ask me how many cups of tea I'm expecting.
Oh,
that's
even more.
Number,
more than the wine, the lovely wine and fizz offerings that we have.
Possibly,
yeah.
Possibly.
Really? No, it's about... So we've got here, it's interesting, I've just chosen a Spanish white here.
This one?
Yes, this one here, Bodegas Cuidado, and it's a really easy drink.
I'm going to try this as well.
Yeah, Jess is going to go in.
I try for everything.
And also, that is absolutely fantastic, let's say, when you're having the prawn and crayfish cocktail, which is great. Nice and dry, really fresh, really fruity. I'm going to go back in, actually.
Lovely and dry, beautifully done. And so, in terms of how you reflect on this festival, the amount of work and time that you get into the food, what are your biggest takeaways from this week, and how do you think you're going to replicate it going forward next year? What's your challenge going to be next year?
I think we'd like to do more of this sort of food, actually, more of this sort of offer. We've taken this style into our retail as well, which is the feed room.
Okay.
And that's very much a street offer, grazing. But I think for myself and Warren, it's very much about using the local food that we've got, the local producers around Gloucestershire and what have you, because that's what we're really excited about.
Yeah.
And bringing that back to Cheltenham Racecourse.
Well, you should be very proud of it indeed. Yeah, it's delicious.
And also, here the first winner of the Cheltenham Gold Cup was Red Splash, 1924, which is a great name. And today, right, who are we going to go for today, Jess?
I feel like we need a food-related winner, and I'm trying to think. Maybe it could be a bit of a monkfish. That'd be nice. Have a monkfish on offer next year. And I think he's got a bit under the radar, hasn't he?
He has a bit. I mean, he's a big prize. I think
is.
People have forgotten him. It's heavy going, so it's going to be really testing. Can Gallopin do it again? Let's see. I'm actually going to go for Corrit Rambler, because I know it's this time of year. It hasn't been his best this season, but he loves this time of year. He'll love the going. He loves Cheltenham. He's going to do it.
Okay, well, we're delighted to be here. Thank you for having us. Gold Cup, have you even had the opportunity to have a look at the Gold Cup? Have you got a selection?
Not yet, no. I will do later on.
Yeah, bit of monkfish I think would be popular.
You like that one, don't you? Oh, great stuff. Cheers, everybody. Come on, that's
Cheers.
Great. Thanks, Lawrie. That's fab. That's
brilliant.
Cheers.
Good luck for the final day in the Centenary restaurant.